Yo, it's the Devilock Show. I'm gonna do this shit in one take. Okay, you're gonna need two programs to use your controller, Xbox or PlayStation, as your pitch bin. I've seen other people make videos about this. Well, one guy made a tutorial about this, but it's like 10 years old. And it didn't even give me exactly what I was looking for. So you're gonna need two programs to do this. You're gonna need Loop MIDI, and you're gonna need Xbox. You're going to need OS Xbox PS MIDI Control V3. This is what you will need to use this as a MIDI control, right? So once you load it up, you get this right here. You have to press this to enable it. And then you go to the settings right here. And when we're doing the analog stick, it's these four right here: LX, LY, RX, RY. Now, I would recommend only having one of these turned on, right? So let's say you want to have it on the right analog stick, only have RY on instead of RX, or just only RX on instead of RY, because on a real pitch bend on a keyboard, it's only vertical, right? You're not going horizontal and vertical at the same time, or a 360 spin with the pitch bend, right? So you're gonna need to only be able to control the pitch or whatever you're trying to control with just a vertical motion, so that if your hand drifts a little bit, if your finger drifts, it won't cause weird, stuff to happen. So yeah, RY is just vertical. LY would be the vertical for this one. So yeah, and once you do that, make sure you have your output set to Loop MIDI port. Once you're on your browser or your DAW, you go to your MIDI input output devices. You go to Loop MIDI and make sure that it's enabled so that it can actually do something in the program. Now, if I do this, oh, what the fuck? It's not working. Loop MIDI port 1. What the fuck? Man, this is some bullshit. Oh, wait, it's turned off. Oh, okay, there we go. So now when we do this, it should be a green thingy up there on your end. So let me open up a new project. You see how it has that green icon right there? That basically shows you that it's doing something, but it's not assigned to anything. So now you want to open up your plugin of choice or whatever instrument that you're trying to use. And you're gonna see different words for each plugin. So the most common one would be fine or just fine tune. Some plugins have tune on them, and basically, if you want to do it in a FL plugin, you can just right click here, link to controller, and then just move the controller, the analog stick. So now, this is actually something I had to point out earlier. Make sure on your Xbox MIDI control program, make sure you have the snap set to 0, right? Because you want the snap is basically the default state that the controller is going to be sitting on, and you want to put it to 0 so that the pitch bend stays at 0 cents instead of 20 cents or something like that, right? Out of tune. So now if I do this, and if you are on a third-party plugin, let's say Diva, for example, you want to locate where it says fine or tune, or wherever wherever in the plugin you're using to control the pitch. You go to this arrow, browse parameters, and then you go to the fine, and then you press it, you move it a little bit. You see how it highlighted what it is? So now once you right click this and link to controller, it's the same thing. Make sure you have remove conflicts on, because this can attach to multiple different CCs, MIDI inputs. So make sure you have remove conflicts on. So now move it. Now you should be able to use now you can use that as your pitch bend. You can also assign that to multiple different things. Really, anything that you can control in the plugin, you can assign it to this. I've used this for strings because my MIDI keyboard does not have a pitch bend or an expression wheel. So this is what I use to do pitch bends and expression adjustments on projects. Thank you for watching. If anybody has anything better, let me know. I would appreciate it, because this is annoying to set up every single time. Thank you.